Booking.com Basics: Managing Reservations. Every successful stay begins with a reservation. In this video, we'll guide you through managing them, making changes, handling overbookings, reducing cancellations, and choosing the right cancellation policies. So, let's get started. Receiving reservations. When your property is live on Booking.com, potential guests can start making reservations with you. You can find a complete overview of all your reservations in the reservations page in the extranet. Here, you'll be able to see the reservation status, payment status, room or unit booked, the price, and corresponding commission. You'll also be able to keep track of guest questions via this overview. Once a booking is made, you can start communicating with your guests to share information about your property, ranging from house rules and check-in processes to policies. If you often receive group bookings, you can set up a group reservation policy. It allows your guests to book, review, and approve the reservation conditions that you set up prior to arrival. Making changes to a reservation. In case of any unexpected circumstances, it's best to communicate with your guests to understand how you can accommodate them. When dealing with reservation changes, you should consider the following: whether it's a request initiated by you or by the guests, and whether it's made before or after check-in. If the changes are needed before check-in, then you can adjust the dates of the reservation. You can do this by approving the guest request or by submitting the change yourself. This might be helpful when guests need to check in earlier or later than planned. Your calendar is automatically updated based on your request, so be sure to check your property availability before committing to changes. If the changes are needed after check-in, you can adjust both the price or the length of stay. This is helpful in situations such as a family wanting to switch to a bigger space or changing prices for additional guests. Any refunds, price changes, or other adjustments will depend on your property's policy and must be approved by the guest. Please note that if the reservation payment is facilitated by payments by Booking.com or the reservation is an overbooking, you may not be able to make changes yourself as different terms apply. How to handle cancellations. We know that sometimes not everything goes according to plan. If a guest needs to cancel their reservation, they'll follow the cancellation policy you've chosen. Some examples of these policies are flexible, where guests can cancel free of charge until a certain number of days before arrival, and non-refundable, where guests are charged the total price of the reservation if they cancel at any time. There are also a few scenarios where you may need to cancel a reservation yourself. For example, if you have issues collecting prepayment, then you can make a cancellation request. You can check your cancellation characteristics report in the extranet to keep an eye on overall cancellation and no-show rates, allowing you to make adjustments to help reduce future cancellations. Plus, through our SmartFlex reservations program, we commit to finding replacement guests for your cancellations, helping you to be more flexible and secure occupancy. If that sounds good to you, you just have to opt into the program and already be registered with payments by Booking.com. How to deal with no-shows. We know how challenging it can be when a guest doesn't show up for their reservation, but we've got your back. It's important that you report any no-shows within 48 hours of the checkout date, so we can waive your commission fee. In some unfortunate cases, these no-show reservations can be due to fraudulent bookings. If you suspect a booking isn't real, you can report it to us via the extranet and we'll guide you through the process. And remember, you should always keep communication on the Booking.com platform and never click links from guests. Stay on the lookout for these and other unusual patterns, like multiple bookings made on the same day in rapid succession or bookings made with invalid credit cards. And that's your deep dive into reservations. Here are a few key takeaways for you. You can find a complete overview of all your reservations in the reservations page in the extranet. You and your guests can make adjustments to most reservations, including date changes and the number of guests. And finally, you can choose from a selection of cancellation policies. To review your reservations, visit the extranet.